First things first, if you're watching this video to find out if Lies of P is a good game that's worth checking out, I'll just go ahead and tell you that based on the demo, yeah, I think Lies of P is a really good game, and I think that for some people it's going to be very good. But you've read the title, and it's no secret that this is not going to be a game that I end up picking up once it's fully released. But we'll get to my problems with the game in a minute. First, let's actually talk about what I liked about the game. Well, we've known about Lies of P for a while, and initially I wasn't interested at all, but I was actually really blown away by the trailer that came out at Summer Game Fest, and so part of that trailer was the announcement that there was a demo that was releasing that day. And let me tell you, the trailer doesn't deceive you. Everything has a really high quality vibe to it, and everything just looks great in general. And my impressions of the combat is that everything is very well tuned and it's very fluid. And if you're already into Souls-likes and you think you might like it, I absolutely recommend downloading the demo and giving it a shot, because I suspect you might really like this one. Now, full disclosure, I really haven't played any Souls or Souls-like games. I did try Elden Ring just to see what all the hype was about, but otherwise I just haven't been that interested in this genre of game because I'm not really into the super hard game thing. But I loved the way this game looks, so I started thinking maybe this will be the game. Maybe it'll have just the right magic, just the right elements to finally hook me and get me into the whole Soulsborne genre. I mean, after all, I've played some games like Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, which, although not true like Souls-likes, they do draw some heavy inspiration from those games, and I've loved those two games. Well, let me be straight with you, Lies of P just isn't the gateway Souls game that I thought it might be. Now, you may download the demo and think, this is actually pretty easy, but for me, it was really hard. I straight up sucked at it. And I know that with time, once I spent a lot of time with it and learned the ins and the outs of the combat, that I'd get better. But I struggled with the first mini boss. I probably had to do that thing 6 times to take it down. And then I just straight up could not get past the first real boss. The best I could do was to get it down to 50% health. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking just get good. But again, this isn't really what I come to games for. I'm really more all about the escapism, and it just doesn't feel like a fun escape when I'm constantly getting my butt kicked. And I understand that the heavy difficulty is one of the major appeals of a game like this for a lot of people. The difficulty curve is like a giant mountain, and when you finally conquer the mountain, you feel amazing. I really do get the appeal. It's just not for me. A game would have to seriously captivate me to want me to keep playing through all that, despite the fact that I was sucking so bad at it. And actually, to the defense of Lies of P, it actually came quite close to doing that. I think I played this demo for something close to 2 hours, and my overall impressions of the game were actually really positive. I think that for a lot of people, this game will be super appealing, especially if you know that you already like this genre of game. And while I was writing down all my thoughts about Lies of P, Sakurai, the creator of Super Smash Bros., made a video over on his YouTube channel where he talks about video game design and philosophy, and I think he pretty much exactly summed up the reason that a game like Lies of P just didn't appeal to me. It's at least one of the major reasons I didn't enjoy it, and in that video, he talks about how important it is to get the player back into the game after they die, because otherwise, they might just get frustrated and give up altogether. And that's exactly what ultimately turned me off from continuing to do more attempts on that really hard boss in Lies of P. When you die, you actually don't get spawned just right outside the boss area. Instead, you get taken back to your last save area, and then you have to fight your way through a pretty extensive area of the game just to make it back to the boss area so that you can attempt it again. And that's really frustrating. And I think that may just be the way these kinds of things are handled in this genre of game. And it does encourage you to sort of grind and level up before attempting the boss fight again. But man, it's just really frustrating. So after doing this boss fight and dying and then fighting my way back to the boss area again just to die again and be set back, I did eventually figure out that there was a gate that I could unlock that created a sort of shortcut which cut out a lot of the journey to the boss area, and that definitely helped, but it was still frustrating to get sent back and have to fight through even that little small area. And I may just be spoiled by the way other games handle boss fights, but I never felt like I could get into a good rhythm of learning the boss because all of my attempts were really disjointed by having to to get sent back and then travel there and then try it again. And by the time I got there again, I wasn't quite in the flow state like I was earlier, But I don't want to be completely negative because I came out of the demo thinking, actually, this game is really cool. It's just not for me. And hey, that's okay. Not every game is for everyone. I think putting out a demo was actually a super smart move for Lies of P because it's a new IP, and even diehard Soulsborne fans may be a little bit timid to try it just because it's something new. And luckily the game is good, so I think that this demo really will sell the game for a lot of people. Another reason I think it was a good idea to put out a demo for this game is because it creates an opportunity for people like me who wouldn't have tried the game otherwise to give it a go. You know, I know that I'm not super interested in a game in this genre, so I just straight up would have ignored it. I would have never even thought about trying it, but because it was a free demo, I thought, heck, why not? I'll give it a go. You know, it's something free and I'll just try it, and who knows, maybe this will be the game to finally get me into that genre. And yeah, I found out, okay, the game wasn't for me, but I left the demo with a really positive feeling about the game, so it'll definitely be something that I recommend to people if they ask me, you know, about recommendations, you know, about Souls-likes. And I could see this being a game that would genuinely get someone into the whole Souls genre, because you know, I actually really like the vibe and look of Lies of P a heck of a lot more than I do the general, you know, Souls vibe. You know, I know it's completely subjective and you may feel the complete opposite, but I'm probably not alone there. I think that atmosphere is one of a game's most important qualities, and I think that the atmosphere of Lies of P will really resonate with a lot of people, and that may be enough to hook them on this genre of game. And then who knows, maybe then you've created a new fan of the whole Souls-like genre. Maybe then they'll go on and play Demon Souls and Dark Souls and Sekiro. I mean, and they might love those games. I don't know, as you can probably tell, my thoughts on this are a bit mixed. I'm not really sure how I ultimately feel about Lies of P, but maybe it really comes down to how I'm not sure how I feel about the whole Soulsborne genre in general. But I'd love to know what you think. Is Lies of P a game that you're interested in? Are you going to try the demo? Have you tried the demo? And if so, you know, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you like me and kind of turned off by the really hard game thing? Or is it like totally your jam? I don't know, let's just talk about it. And if you like talking games, why not join the Gaming Gig Discord server? We have a lot of like-minded video game enthusiasts over there, and we talk about video games every day. So why not join us? There's a invite link in the description of this video. And I'll let you go there. I'm Randy from Gaming Gig, and I'll see you next time.